This is going to be, I'll post this code on any vid site, earnforex.com. Let me say that first because I forget a lot. It'll be in the probably the thread MQ4 works. This will be two videos. One is about this stuff here on the right hand side and the trades, and the other is going to be about the Mac 100 200. Let's start with that first. Typical Mac is 12 over to 26. Now the guy that invented that, he probably took a lot of time in perfecting those averages. I mean, if the 1325 would have worked better, we'd all be probably using the 1325. Some sort of way he arrived at 12 and 26 as being the best. And that's what most people use, 12 and 26. But you can use anything. In this case, I'm using the 100 200. Same principle. So have you ever noticed that when the 100 200 is falling slowly and smoothly because it's large numbers, the price is falling? And when it's rising, the price is rising. Same back here. When it's rising, the price is rising. Now, it's not 100%. Nothing is. But sometimes, this is what, 15-minute chart. Sometimes, when the 30-minute 100 200 is rising, and the 60-minute is rising, and the 240 and the 1440 are rising, sometimes it's kind of, you got more than one motor on the boat. So what you're looking at here is this is the 30-minute 100 200 Mac. So if it's lime, it's going up. If it's red, it's going down. So here, in this period of time here, you can clearly see it's saying that the 100 200 on the 30-minute chart was rising. Here, which is the 60-minute, it was rising. Here, it's a 240 rising. Daily, it had been falling, but now it's rising. So when you have all these things helping you out, plus we're rising, it gives me more faith in the trade. Now let's look at the code, because I'll get off on something else. This is all I really want to talk about right now is this Mac 100 200. Here's the code. Never use anything that you cannot see the MQ4 code. This will be posted on any vid site, earnforex.com. See, nothing up there to speak of anyway. This is typical, standard, everyday. Right there. If you understand it, you'll understand it. If you don't, you won't. For I equals 0, same deal. Memorize it 1,000 times. On this, we have to use I bar shift. Now, that's to get the different time frames. Now, to be honest with you, I sometimes have trouble with I bar shift. I don't know if it's me or what. Sometimes I have trouble with it. So I have to be real careful when I use it and how I use it. But the bottom line, what this is saying is bool D 30 for direction 30. This didn't feel like writing out direction. If the Mac itself, buffer 0, if the 100 200 main Mac is greater than the signal, that's buffer 1, 100 200, then it's true. Drop down here. If D30 is true, then up 30, which is lime, colors are set up above, equals dot 9. That was that highest row of dots. Otherwise, else, down 30 equals dot 9. So it's going to be red or it's going to be lime. And it's the same thing for the 60 minute, 240, and 1440. Now, if you wanted to put more time frames in there, you would do the same thing as we did on that other deal. Just do a if A, and in other words, if A, do this, and then have an if B, and do your different time frames or whatever. This is all I need, so that's all I use. But I'll post this code on AnyVid site. There's nothing else there. That's just it. Pretty stripped down, basic. I tend to write stuff that you can read and that you can also sit there at McDonald's and eat a hamburger and write it out on a napkin. And I mean, if you looked at that, you can write that out on a napkin. It's just pretty much cookie cutter type stuff. And at the same time, it's something you can write out on a napkin, and you can it's a usable thing, or at least it's usable for me. And I think that's enough about MACD and McDonald's.